Hey guys, it's Friday again. We're doing a topicless week for TotallyBooksessed. I'm super busy, so instead of trying to fix together like a really complicated or something or more like exciting video, I'm gonna do a meme actually. It's hosted by James at Bookchic. It's called Fragment Friday. It's when you read a section from a book, and I'm also combining it with a more text-based thing. It's called Friday's Finest, hosted by Justine at A Bookful of Thoughts, which is basically posting a quote. Instead of posting a quote, I guess I'm gonna be reading a quote for you, and it's gonna be like the first prologue-ish part of The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I read this book recently. I really like the writing, and the story is really imaginative, and I'd totally recommend it. So, yeah, The Night Circus. I hope you guys enjoy. It's only like 3 pages, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. First chapter. It looks like this. It's called Anticipation. The circus arrives without warning. No announcements precede it, no paper notices on downtown posts and billboards, no mentions or advertisements in local newspapers. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. The towering tents are striped with black and white, no golds and crimsons to be seen, no color at all save for the neighboring trees and the grass of the surrounding fields. Black and white stripes on gray sky, countless tents of varying shapes and sizes with an elaborate wrought iron fence encasing them in a colorless world. Even what little ground is visible from outside is black or white, painted or powdered, or treated with some other circus trick. But it is not open for business, not just yet. Within hours, everyone in town has heard about it. By afternoon, the news has spread several towns over. Word of mouth is a more effective method of advertisement than typeset words and exclamation points on paper pamphlets or posters. It is impressive and unusual news, the sudden appearance of a mysterious circus. People marvel at the staggering height of the tallest tents. They stare at the clock that sits inside the gates that no one can properly describe, and the black sign painted in white letters that hangs upon the gates, the one that reads, "Open at nightfall, closes at dawn." What kind of circus only opens at night, people ask. No one has a proper answer, yet at dusk approaches there is a substantial crowd of spectators gathering outside the gates. You are amongst them, of course. Your curiosity got the better of you, as curiosity is wont to do. You stand in the fading light, the scarf around your neck pulled up tightly against the chilly evening breeze, waiting to see for yourself exactly what kind of circus only opens once the sun sets. The ticket booth, clearly visible behind the gates, is closed and barred. The tents are still, save for when they ripple ever so slightly in the wind. The only movement within the circus is the clock that ticks by the passing minutes, if such a wonder of sculpture can even be called a clock. The circus looks abandoned and empty, but you think perhaps you can smell the caramel wafting through the evening breeze beneath the crisp scent of the autumn leaves, a subtle sweetness at the edges of the cold. The sun disappears completely behind the horizon, and the remaining luminosity shifts from dusk to twilight. The people around you are growing restless from waiting, a sea of shuffling feet murmuring out, abandoning the endeavor in search of someplace warmer to pass the evening. You yourself are debating departing when it happens. First, there is a popping sound. It is barely audible over the wind and conversation, a soft noise like a kettle about to boil for tea. Then comes the light. All over the tents, small lights begin to flicker, as though the entirety of the circus is covered by particularly bright fireflies. The waiting crowd quiets as it watches the display of illumination. Someone near you gasps. A small child claps his hands with glee at the sight. When the tents are all aglow, sparkling against the night sky, a sign appears. Stretched across the top of the gates, hidden in curls of iron, more firefly-like lights flicker to life. They pop as they brighten, some accompanied by a shower of glowing white sparks and a bit of smoke. The people nearest to the gates take a few steps back. At first it is only a random pattern of lights, but as more of them ignite, it becomes clear that they are aligned in scripted letters. First, a C is distinguishable, followed by a few more letters. A Q, oddly, and several E's. When the final bulb pops alight and the smoke and sparks dissipate, it is finally legible, this elaborate incandescent sign. Leaning to your left to gain a better view, you can see that it reads, "Le Cirque de Rêve." Some in the crowd smile knowingly, while others frown and look questioningly at their neighbors. A child near you tugs on her mother's sleeve, begging to know what it says. "The Cirque of Dreams," comes the reply. The girl smiles delightedly. When the iron gates shudder and unlock, seeming by their own volition, they swing outwards, inviting the crowd inside. Now the circus is open. Now you may enter. Yeah, so that was like the first little prologue thing of the Night Circus. Yeah, I would recommend this book. It's very awesome, and I love the cover more than like you can imagine. It's so just so good. Yeah, I'm a bit of a cover freak. Oh, and I thought I'd mention, I actually had no idea of the hype surrounding this book. I think I saw it a couple times like on a website or something, but I haven't read any reviews. But this, like, I'm not gonna read it for you, but like this summary flap is what made me pick up the book. I'll be honest, like sometimes I say, oh, okay, it's the summary that draws me in, but it's like kind of, it's also like reviews and so many other like factors. But this one is completely just the cover and the jacket flap summary. So yeah, good advertising. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't, it's okay. You didn't have to sit through like 6 minutes of me reading when you could have read it yourself. Yeah, so that's about it for my video, and if you guys have read the book, I'd love to know what you thought about it. If you haven't, let me know if you are interested in reading it. That's about it. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye!